What's up, Facebook fam? This is your girl, Gail Crowder. And guess what? It is Tuesday. And you know what that means? It's Wife Chat Tuesday. I'm so excited to be on here. I am getting ready to um, go on vacation. Hi, Naomi. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Liz, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. Please go and share that Wife Chat is going down. I'm not going to be on here a long time. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, sweetie. I hope you're feeling better. That back and get back to cooking. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm struggling a little bit with my voice. This lady in Walmart coughed on me and gave me a bad sore throat. And so I'm battling that. But I wanted to jump on here before Gil and I and my family get on a plane tomorrow morning to go celebrate my 30th year anniversary. Yes, I got married when I was 10. So thank you. Again, I just wanted to get on here and give you guys some words of wisdom and some things that I have learned over the last 30 years that I've been married. And so this is going to be a little bit more of an informal kind of thing. So please just go share that Wife Chat is going down right now. Hey, Shawnee Pawnee, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to talk about 30 years of staying power, because if anybody knows who's been married at all, whether you've been married 4 days, 50 years, 2 years, whatever, you know, when you come together as a person, even though you have dated that person for a long time. Hi, Lisa. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. But even though you know that you've dated this person for a while, and Gil and I's situation was a little bit different, because Gil and I only knew each other 6 months before we said I do. And I will tell you, I come from a background of women who are nothing but bosses. And I came from, when I met him, I had my own house, my own car, my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Hello, hello, hello. Tell them I miss and I love them too. And so I come from a long line of bosses, and I had my own house, my own car, my own everything when I met Gil. And so coming to a situation where I had to, you know, learn how to communicate with my husband, and learn that everything didn't, revolve around me, and knowing that, you know, our income became one, and just a lot of different things. That was difficult for me. And so the first 10 years of my marriage was complete 100% chaos. It was chaos because I created the chaos, because I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to budget. I did not want to budget. I did not care about a budget. I wanted what I wanted, and I wanted it then, right? And so as time went on, you know, I won't tell my whole story, but my husband left me, and I had to get some counseling, and I had to get him back. And we've been together for 30 years, come July the 20th. And so we will be going on vacation to enjoy and to celebrate 30 years. And I'm super excited to say that, you know, I'm married to the same man after 30 years. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. But I just want to give you guys some words of wisdom that I have learned over the years that has allowed me to stay married to the same man for 30 years. And also has allowed me to be able to coach women all over the world. Thank you so much, Lisa. To coach women all over the world on how Gil and I have been able to stay together despite the odds, because we got married at 21 and 22. And, you know, that is a disaster waiting to happen, especially when you didn't see healthy, strong relationships growing up, right? You'd seen chaos. Like I said, I was a boss, and he came from a single parent home as well. And so we just didn't know how to survive in one household. So the first thing I want to wisdom I want to impart into you guys is really learn to communicate with your spouse. Men are not as talkative as we are, and it's a known fact. And in some situations, the man is more talkative than a woman, but you can kind of, that is not even a 50-50 split. We win by 90% most of the time. And so just learn how to truly communicate with your spouse. And that starts with being a good listener. That truly starts with being a good listener. And we as women want to always talk, but we don't always need to talk. Sometimes we just need to listen, because sometimes we have talked so much, they have stopped listening to us. And so that was one of the things I had to learn. I had to learn to listen in order to jumpstart my husband to start talking to me again. So communication is the key to everything. It's the key to great finances. It's the key to amazing sex. It is a key to amazing intimacy. It is the key to so many different things. And so just learn to communicate. And sometimes it's hard, especially when you are the communicator and he just kind of blanks out on you, but you need to figure out why he started blanking out on you and try to go back to that place where you guys had a give and take communication. Okay. The second thing is learn to have fun. Learn to have fun. Learn to do the things that bring you joy. Learn to have fun with each other and learn to have fun outside of being with him as well. And I have learned to do both. And it used to be one-sided. Used to be that we had to do everything together, and if we wasn't doing everything together, something was wrong. But I realized that he needs an outlet to do the things that he enjoys. I need an outlet to do the things that I enjoy, and we need to learn to have fun together. And so Gail and I have a date night every single Friday. And we have one planned where we're going, a huge one. And so for me is just learn to have fun, learn to laugh, learn to do things that make you laugh. Like we did a dance off the other day in my house, and we did it in front of my son, right? And he was the judge. Now I have always been a better dancer than Gail, but I think my son is a little biased, to his dad or whatever, because Gail swear that he was MC Hammer's backup or something like that. But like I told him, I'm working with a so hip right now, but I still believe I won. And if I would have had a girl on my side, if my girls would have been here, my nieces would have been here, they would have chose me. But again, they're not. So just learn to have fun. And that was something we used to do years ago when we was too broke to pay attention. We would just put on different songs, have a dance off or whatever. And 30 years later, we're still doing the same thing, right? And so just learn to have fun. The next thing is, again, learn to date your spouse. And then you don't always have to spend money to do that. I get so many people saying, well, Gail, I don't have money. Me and Gail used to fight over $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Literally, that was one of the biggest fights we ever had in our marriage. Thank you so much, Ray, for the anniversary wishes. We used to fight over $5. So we have not always been financially stable, right? But God is amazing to us. But we used to learn. I learned to do dates on a budget, literally from the dollar store, literally just taking a walk, literally dancing in our kitchen, doing something that brought us closer together and took us back to that place where we were not stressed about money, finances, not having enough, all of those different things. So just learn to have a date, right? And you can create anything that you want. You can create a treasure hunt. You can send your husband to a restaurant and show up looking totally different with a wig or whatever, and he'll think he's dating, a different person. You could be creative. Just don't stay stuck. Just learn to date your husband, because I'm telling you, on a date, you can learn so many different things. And don't talk about the hard stuff. And what do I mean? Don't talk about finances. Don't talk about the kids. Don't talk about anything negative. Talk about future things, things that you want to do together, trips you want to take. Even if it don't look like you're going to ever get there, act like you're going. Because we used to act like we going, you know, here and there and there and there. And girl, $5 used to make us fight. So don't you know that even though we were dreaming, that now we're able to take those trips and we enjoy them because we talked about them when we wasn't able to even think that they could come to fruition. So just make sure that. And then the next thing is see your spouse the way God sees him. And what do I mean by that? Start seeing your spouse as God sees them. And sometimes that's hard because especially if you dealt with you're dealing with financial issues, you're dealing with infidelity issues, you're dealing with illnesses, you're dealing with disappointments, you're dealing with heart, all of those kind of things. But if you start seeing your spouse the way God sees them and created him to be the head of your household and to be your helpmeet and to love you like Christ loved the church, all of those things, I'm telling you, it will give you a new sense of how you view your spouse. And also view your spouse the way you viewed them when you first met them. And that's hard. And I get that. That is hard. But if you go back to that place where you're like, oh my God, I'm going to see so-and-so in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and how you used to prepare to get yourself together and put on the nice panties and not the war zone panties, and your bra used to be like all of those things. If you get in a rhythm of seeing your spouse and treating them the way you treated them when you first got with them, that will change your marriage. It really will. It will literally change your marriage. And I had to go back and say, wow, when Gilbert used to walk in the door, I used to be like, he was the finest thing ever. I got past the finances. I got past the hurt. I got past all the broker. I got past all of those things because he was able to do that for me too. So don't just think it's one-sided. We dish it out too. We dish out a whole bunch of things too. So take credit for your stuff. But just really see your spouse the way you seen them before all the stuff happened, the children, all that happened. And you will learn to fall in love with them again. And again, I believe that wholeheartedly. I have to learn after 30 years to fall in love with my husband over and over and over again, past the mistakes, past all of those things, past my mistakes, past my disappointment, all of those things. And then the last thing is make sure that you're able to pray for them daily. Even when it don't look like it's working, even when they have plucked your last nerve, even when you like, I'm just tired, this ain't working, you know, I got a plan B working, even still continue to pray for your spouse, because remember, when you guys said I do, you became one flesh. So you're really not just praying for him, you're praying for yourself. And so again, thank you guys so much for the anniversary wishes. I'm hoping you guys can hear me because my voice is just like leaving, but I refuse not to enjoy myself on this trip. I refuse to be sick. I have been claiming healing ever since that trifling woman in Walmart coughed in my face and didn't cover her mouth. I'm, taking medicine, and I'm drinking vitamin C, and my friend Sean gave me some kind of remedy. I might even try to take that tonight. So something with cayenne peppers. I don't know. Sean is into natural holistic stuff. Give me the real stuff that the man that made that I know works, like antibiotics. And so anyway, thank you guys so much. And I just want to tell you, I love you guys to pieces. Again, let me just recap so you guys will know what has been working for the last 30 years of my life. And my marriage, and it has not been perfect. So y'all know I don't believe in telling people lies, but communication and listening. Make sure you have fun. Make sure you date your husband. Make sure you see your husband the way Christ sees him. Make sure that you go back and you see your husband the way you used to see him before all the chaos happened in your marriage. And make sure that you pray for him daily, even when you don't feel like it. And those have been those tips, those words of wisdom that was given to me years ago has been able to sustain me for 30 years. And I'm believing God that it's going to be till death do us part. And again, thank you guys so much for our anniversary well wishes. I will be posting pictures. Y'all know I like to post pictures when we get there. And so I love you guys to pieces, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night.